The big week is finally here. Of course, HKIR on Sunday. At Wednesday night, though, at Happy Valley. It is the Longines International Jockeys Championship. A very warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined here in the studio by our form analyst Paul Lally and racecaller Brett Davis as well. And Brett, always a great atmosphere at the city circuit, but particularly for this meeting.
Absolutely, Andrew. It really is the entree, isn't it, to a wonderful main course coming up on the weekend. And International Jockey Challenge this year, I think it's very, very exciting. We've got a number of jockeys making their debut, 4 in total. Well, 5 in total, in fact, if you include Karis Teeton, who certainly deserves his spot there. It's going to be a mouth-watering contest, and interesting to see how it all unfolds.
Certainly is. Races 4, 5, 7 and 8 for the legs, which is the Jockeys Challenge as well, just the 4 legs, but no jackpots Wednesday's programme.
No jackpots. There's going to be a few on Sunday, but none on Wednesday night. There's 9 races, of course, but with this International Jockeys event, there'll be plenty of fireworks, and the beer garden will be in full flight, no doubt. Only one first starter, Goldfield, coming up in the last.
It's the richest jockey challenge in the world, Andrew, with $800,000 in prize money up for grabs, $500,000 to the winner.
Yeah, Goldfield's an interesting runner. Just a bit of news for Sunday. Unfortunately, we've lost the Tin Man already. He won't be going round in the sprint. He's been scratched.
Yeah, fever, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate for all connections there regarding him.
Yeah, so James Fanshawe, unfortunately, getting him right. Sent out a tweet saying, priority now to get the horse right and get him back to the UK. So more on HKR as the week progresses. We need to get into the programme very shortly at the Happy Valley. Before we do that, though, let's look back on the feature racing from Sunday at Sha Tin. Now, hopefully the connections of Turin Pearl, who took out the Peninsula Golden Jubilee Challenge Cup, will forgive us here, because we're going to start with Hot King Prawn, one of the 3 races on the turf. He did it all on the brightest of trial, wasn't it?
Turin Pearl was a great winner, Andrew, but this was a fantastic win. And I think he's the horse we need to highlight from the weekend's card. 56.03, never really pushed and shoved at all. He's made a huge impression from his first start to his second start. Very, very exciting. The headline after, of course, him winning that was that John Size won't be cooking the prawn too quickly, which is fair enough and something that John always does.
Yeah, there was talk of the Griffin Trophy, but that's 1,400 metres, so I mean that would be a long shot at this stage, surely.
I'd say so. I mean, they'll put him in cotton. Well, Mr. Stunning, he did something similar with, didn't he, when he came out and won earlier on, and 4 from 4. He looks very exciting horse, and just
a 3-year-old as well.
Yeah, he's only a youngster, so there's son of Denman actually. So there's plenty of scope for him, and look, he's an exciting horse for the next few years here in Hong Kong.
There's a few 1,000-metre sprint races. Bohemia's Sprint Trophy is one that comes to mind in January, I think late January, which would be an interesting race for him. Whether he runs between now and then, we'll have to wait and see. But whatever the case, he's been faultless so far. Yeah. We haven't seen him go around the circle yet, 1,200 metres, but we haven't needed to.
Yeah, that was one of the races I thought of, but I think it comes up quite quickly for him. Maybe it's Group 3 level, but
it is.
He'd get a lot of weight off, you know, the horses.
Yeah.
But anyway, John Size will work it all out when he's going forward. As far as the rating's concerned, he got 12 for that, so that moves him up to 89, so he's up another class. There were some big winners on the day at big prices as well. Diamond Dragon was huge, Fight Hero as well. Just minor moves for them.
Yeah, Hot King Prawn stands out though, doesn't he? On a rating of 89, so he'd probably need to run again and need to win again, you would think, to be sort of looking at maybe that race we were touching on. But he's a real excitement machine. It's great for Hong Kong racing. And, of course, on the weekend, John will produce his other undefeated 4-timer in Nothing I Like More.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing him. Ugly Warrior was a good one too on debut. So I thought that he won pretty well. So,
and speaking of the Griffin Trophy as well, Sparkling Dragon, the first 3 out of that race probably will be heading that direction.
Absolutely, yeah. All 3 of them look, you know, very nice types going forward.
All right, OK. That was the weekend action. Well, there's more of it to actually come here as we look back and try and find you a horse to follow. Primarily on the all-weather surface then on Sunday, Paul. So what did you find?
I've got to find one down the straight, 1,000 on the turf. It's called Hot King Prawn. No, it's just Hot King Prawn wins this race very easy. Look at the Radiant Steed. Now, he's had 2 starts on the all-weather and won them both. So once he gets back to the all-weather, this is only his 2nd start for a new stable. Richard Gibson's got him at the moment. I just really like the way he hit the line. I know he is miles away from the winner, but it was still a really good run from him, and he was the most eye-catching one coming from the back behind Hot King Prawn. You can see him doing his best work in the last sort of 50 metres as well. And when he steps up to 1,200 on the dirt, he'd be one I'd be very interested in.
All right, OK. Brett, what do you got?
Going to go to that Class 4 restricted race you touched on, Andrew. I think first, second, third, all horses that are going to win their fair share of races. Sparkling Dragon, Win Beauty, Win Gallant Return. Thought the run from Amazing Satchmo was quite a good effort. Jenny mentioned on the day when he gets to further, he's going to be even better. This was a real sit sprint. He just sort of kept whacking away, and I think when he gets up to a mile 1800, he's going to be a very interesting runner. He's by Kalaki out of a Schwarzier mare, so he's actually bred for speed, but he's going to get over further, just judging him on this performance. Just like the way he kept grinding to the wire there. As I said, it was a sit sprint, so in that respect, it sort of went against him a little. All
right, OK, back onto the all-weather for me, as we take a look at a first starter here in Promise Kept. There was two first starters in the field, actually. The other one being Triumphal Win. It was well backed. He still off it went at $49. Actually finished last. There was money for him. But Promise Kept, Tony Millard, Alberto Rispoli on board here, eventually finishing in fifth. He's by Casino Prince, so wouldn't mind seeing him back on the turf as well, but seemed to handle this surface particularly well. Flying Godspell's the winner. I thought it was a solid effort first up when his work and his trials actually hadn't looked that good. And it might have been a similar story when he was in New Zealand as well, but say there might be something there with him.
Plenty of improvement to come. We should touch on Mee Choi as well. 3 wins on the all-weather. Four, sorry. Yeah, exactly, 4. I forgot about the other one. He's a master, isn't he? When it comes to the all-weather racing, you've got to take a second look at his runners, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Incredible. Yeah, and the fourth of them went off at what price?
$20 odd, $21.50.
Fine here, incredible. There you go.
Nice tipping.
All right. Suspensions out of the weekend. Well, it's actually last week, isn't it?
Yeah, none on the weekend.
No, Premium Champion. So he gets a lead into Christmas there, Joe, 20th and the 24th, and Matthew Poon is sitting out this week and picked up $30,000 as well. All right, as far as this week's programme at Happy Valley is concerned, Starlight is out, which is quite an important scratching out of race number 6, was back in class, back in trip as well. But regardless, Bombay Blitz and Vincent Ho now get a start in the 6th event. Kick things off then on the B course. 9 races at Happy Valley this week because of the IJC. With a Class 5, it's over the 1650. City Winner drops into Class 5 for the first time. You're the One For Me has won 2 of 3 this season. They've both been at Sha Tin, though. Beloved was behind You're the One For Me last time out. Gobi Storm's got speed from barrier 12. The Invincible, another one behind You're the One For Me last time out. Born to Race gets the visor on. Owner's Delight, first ride of the track for Leandro Enrique. Barrier 8 for him, and Rising Power, the old boy, and Eddie Life from 5.
Yeah, the young 18-year-old from Brazil. He'll get a little pipe opener here in the first one. He's 1650. You would suspect that Gobi Storm, despite drawing 12 for Dylan Moe, who's in a real purple patch at the moment, should be able to eventually work over and dictate the race. I don't really think there's anything sort of in behind that can pressure him for speed early, Paul.
No, I agree totally. A City Winner on the inside here. Now, he's working with Flying Godspell. We just saw Flying Godspell come out and win on the all-weather. So I thought it was a really nice piece of work here because City Winner was going just as well as Flying Godspell. Different surface, obviously. Beloved's improved. He's going really nicely, this horse at the moment. Blinkers come off and the hood comes off as well. Visor goes on. Chad Schofield will take the mount on him. Barrier 11 is the only thing tricky, but he's working well and he looks good going to this. And Winning Controller's doing some nice quiet work here as well. He's put on a little bit of weight. He's put on 15 pounds, but he looks okay for it there. And Zach Purden will take the mount from a low barrier draw. So he's going to be considered.
All right, OK, we'll have a look at Winning Control in a second. In actual fact, we're going to start things off, though, with You're the One For Me. It's been a revelation this season, 2 from 3 for Frankie Law so far. A couple others to keep an eye on as well, including the Invincible, I thought was quite good wide.
Well, it's hard to really pen anything in particular in this type of race. It's Class 5, 1650. I'm going to step aside from You're the One For Me for the reason being that he's coming to the Valley. He's had 25 starts at the Valley. He's never been able to win. He's in great form for Frankie Law. He's got a little more weight to carry, and he does step up in trip and change his course. So there's a few sort of little changes there. He won't probably be as comfortable, a little negative. Beloved has had 2 trials since and trialled well at the Valley, so he might be an improver, as Paul's suggesting.
Yeah, I've got them both in the numbers. Look, You're the One For Me. He's won 2 of his last 3, and he hadn't won one for ages, had he? And he's been placed once. We'll give him a chance to be placed again, because the thing with him is I think he's slightly better than Class 5, and he's still in the grade. So I've got him in on the second line.
All right,
Keep him
German,
safe.
Yeah, barrier 1 for him doesn't look too bad either, does it? Gobi Storm here out in front last time. How about Got Collared?
Yeah, I'm going to side with Gobi Storm because he's going to get the £7 off with Dylan Moe aboard. He's got barrier 12, but he'll get across to the lead. And as Brett mentioned earlier on, I can't see anyone taking him on. So if he can just dictate, Dylan Moe rates, he's in good form at the moment, Dylan Moe. If he can just rate this horse nicely, I think he can steal it.
I'm with you. I think maybe Hago Lucky might be the only horse out of the gates to potentially push forward, but then he's not going to, you know, sort of give no peace to Gobi Storm. I think he'll lead Gobi Storm, and he's the one they have to beat.
All right, OK. Winning Controller, we saw there in track work. As a look at him in action, finishing behind Gameful Jet. Victory Music was in this race as well. Down on the rail there with the sheepskin noseband. Yeah,
both interesting runners. They're both drawn well. Winning Controller getting up to the 1650 for the first time, and Victory Music likewise. So there is the possibility that they can improve. I thought the run here from Winning Controller was quite okay. I'm going to give him a little chance.
Yeah, I had him in the numbers originally, and then I saw that track work from City Winner, so I just flicked them around in the end, and I put City Winner in, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ran well.
Yeah.
All right, Class 5 then to get us rolling in the opener. Our early favourite here is Winning Controller.
Yeah, no, I've left him out in the end, but he's a $4.80 chance, so he's got a loose favourite. I've gone 4-2-3-1, so Gobi Storm to lead from the front. You're the one for me from barrier 1. Beloved's improved, and like that track work from City Winner. So 4-2-3-1. I'll play the test. 1-2-3-4, simple as that. Make it nice and simple in the first.
Yeah, it's a good way to start. I think Gobi Storm's clearly the horse to be beating. He's on top for me. Winning Controller. Empire of Mongolia, I'm going to make my long shot for the card. He heated with Curling Luxury first up this season. If Curling Luxury was in this, he'd be very much in the market. Victory Music, QQP for me, 4-6-11 race 1.